Hello everyone, my name is Naya Mujaga Olumuyowe. This is MM and that is Joe, and we are Team Vibe. When a piece of cloth is worn out or goes out of fashion, what really comes to our mind is to toss it out in the trash. But did you know that clothes make up 9% of municipal solid waste according to Environmental Protection Agency? And the impact of what we wear goes well beyond clothing and film. The European Commission has also linked modern clothing industries, often called fast fashion, due to the speed of volume at which garments are produced and marketed to high energy and water use, significant greenhouse gas emission and water pollution. Now, a small but growing group of intelligent innovators called Timbai attempt to put wastefulness and pollution in the apparel industry out of fashion. Right at the sources, we are using live organisms to grow pieces of biodegradable able textiles, creating environmentally friendly materials.
Now, business perspectives. My name is Joe Titus. Once again, I'm going to take you through our business perspectives. Firstly, I'm going to start with our business description. Many of today's garments are woven from plastic-based acrylics, nylons, polyester trays, and are cut and sewn in factories. However, we think that some of tomorrow's apparels could be potentially bioengineered, that is, made from living bacteria, algae, yeast, fungi, animal cells, fibrous plants that could be broken down and will give us non-toxic substances when eventually thrown away. Secondly, is going to be the market analysis. We plan to get this to everyone around the globe and make it eco-friendly so as to save the environment. This is going to take some time since our clothing brand is not yet known, but in the next 4 to 5 years, according to our analysis, we are going to be a strong force in the fashion industry. Thirdly, our competitive analysis. There are other companies like Armor Vents, Trade for Thoughts, and United by Blue that have ventured into this kind of business but have not been able to drive down their costs and will make it affordable. But however, we have been able to drive down this cost by making our own a better product to the market. Fourthly is our cost. Our cost is going to take about $60 million for a full-scale startup, and however, if we're able to break even, we are going to recover this cost and in the next 4 to 5 years. Then our funding resources. We hope that the following organizations will provide us with the amount of money needed to start the business. Firstly, our host Conrad, non-governmental organizations, and our parents. Thank you.
Yeah. The technical concept, but the basic material used is going to be fibers gotten from things we usually have at our backyards, like banana stalks and plantain. We can get this from local farmers anywhere or even in the market. After we get these stalks, the ribbons from the fibers, the layers and the bulbs, they shall be separated. When they are gotten, the fiber gotten is called tuxes. These tuxes will be separated with a machine that will now be dried after that to be woven and dried. Need statement. Due to our abundance of resources used in making these clothes, the low cost of production and the ability to aid in saving the ecosystem from pollution, this clothes has a huge potential of high demand. There is no waste or chemical during the process of production and degradation period. It's about 6 months, thereby making it a perfect choice for the customers. Background technology. The product the production method is modified textile manufacturing process. I said earlier, a separation machine to separate pulp from the toxins by modifying the scotching machine used in the textile industry. Then then the stripping machine which strips these fibers into different strands. After which it moves to the drying machine, which will comprise of a heating chamber that dries these fibers really well. The weaving machine is then used to weave these dry fibers into our normal clothes. Concept details. Banana and plantain fiber have many chemical properties in them like cellulose, hemicellulose, and pectin. The cellulose, hemicellulose, pectin, and lignin content of fibers differ significantly among pseudostem and peduncle of different banana cultivars. Cellulose has a major role in deciding the quality of fiber. Like you see here in the banana fiber, cellulose is from 64 to 64%, hemicellulose is 19%, lignin is 5%, and moisture is 10 to 11%. Plantain fibers is cellulose is 56.3%, holocellulose is 8.68%, lignin is 19.13%, acetone extractive is 1.27%, water soluble is 10.75%, and ash is 2.37%. Now the concept details. As you can see here, the fibers will be received from here, then taken to the separation chamber, as I said earlier, which separate the strands from the pulp, which is now taken to the stripping machine. When these are gotten, when the pulp is gotten and separated, they are still joined together, so they have to be stripped into different strands in the stripping terminal. Then it's taken to the drying chamber, which dries those because they are still going to be wet and full of juice. Then they are taken to the weaving terminal, which weaves them into clothes, and then the dyeing chamber and sewing or packaging, depending on our customers' demand.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.